and now our villagers have the go-ahead to behave like little toddlers. Our defenses might not be ideal, but they look good. And isn't that really what's important? No? No, our colonists might die? Oh, it's time to find out if sticks and stones beat cast iron armor. Hello there, and welcome to Going Medieval. This is a colony sim game I've been really enjoying, so I'm bringing you a fresh colony where we start with nothing but the clothes on our back.
Isolation. We lie on a metaphorical island, bereft of all contact. Actually, we're almost literally on a physical island. I've never seen it really generate a random map like this. That's pretty cool. There's really only this one entrance here. Jeffrey's gonna get to see what that entrance is like firsthand. I've never seen them start split off like this. Wonder if they had a fight because Jeffrey just kept going on about being isolated on a metaphorical island.
All of our colonists are good at different things, so I'm going to make sure that each of them is doing what they're good at.
Windhild will focus on building buildings and working with plants. Joanna will be our cook and focus on hauling and mining in the meanwhile. And Jeffrey will eventually focus on research, but will mostly be hauling until we get him working on that. Now that I've fixed this up, it'll work perfectly forever without any issues. Now with that setup done, let's go ahead and get started for real. Jeffrey's going to start running over while the other two begin to chop wood, harvest berries, and put down our first building. The blue plans we lay down signal to our builder where to actually get to work. Let's set up some beds. This will give our colonists the bare minimum they need to sleep on after a hard day's labor. We put in a campfire so our colonists can actually cook food instead of eating raw berries. And we tell our colonists that it's okay to just throw things on the floor like toddlers. To accomplish all this, our industrious folks will chop, build, and stockpile. Our first floor is already starting to look a little full, so we're going to take advantage of the fact that Going Medieval has access to a third dimension and build upwards. That's right, stairs. I'll just throw it down, not here. No, not here either. Looks kind of bad there, huh? Man, the architect in this place really just messed it up. There, that'll work. Now we just go up to the second story and throw down a floor. We throw down a floor. We easily throw down a floor. There, easy. Except for the little hole in the floor there. But to fix that, we're gonna need technology. And with that, night sets on our humble little abode. We've already harvested a lot of the nearby resources, which means that we're gonna need to start going further and further for basics like lumber. But really, that's tomorrow's problem. Unfortunately, it's already tomorrow. We'll go ahead and put a roof over our heads, but after this, we're gonna need to start building an egress somewhere else to harvest the lumber there. We also need to start doing research. To do that, we'll build this research table, and a colonist will work there writing books and scrolls we use to unlock all kinds of research. So we'll write, and we'll write, and we'll write, and write, and write, and we'll write, and we'll write. Backgammon. Backgammon? Backgammon? Hold on, I need to check a scroll. Backgammon is the most entertaining thing ever. Our colonists are so enthralled by it that they don't even notice the hole in the floor beside them. But even backgammon can't stop our industrious colonists from pursuing further knowledge, and now we've unlocked wooden beams. We'll use those to fix the hole in the floor on the second story. Wait, why aren't we fixing that? Oh, alright, there we go. Wait, hold on, that's from the future. It's day 8? We're only on day 3! It takes us 5 days to fix a hole in the floor? God, why do we even do research? Alright, steady face. Strong society. Still, despite that one mistake, we make progress. We build to the west and start mining clay and harvesting more lumber to grow our stockpiles. All while writing more scrolls so that we understand more and more about the world around us. We must become a titan of the land. Progress begets hunger. Hunger begets greed. More. We need more. We always need more. We need to have the most. Wow, this trader has a ton of stuff. Mostly seeds. We don't actually know what they are or what to do with them, but this merchant is charging a pretty penny, and we're all about buying his magical beans. Trade must be what separates us from the Neanderthals and apes that surround our great village. With this, we truly take our first steps towards becoming a major and modern civilization. But to truly get there, we'll need to grow more. We could demolish our roof and add a third story on, but we're going to extend outwards eventually anyways, so making a new building to serve as the basis for our production just makes sense. And honestly, just sorting your buildings by production is just kind of neat. We finished researching weapons tables, which will be the first thing we put in our new building. Before this, we honestly didn't know that you could swing wood around in your hands and do better than just swinging your fist. Now, we can make spears, clubs, and bows. Only quality craftsmen are fit to make our weapons of war. Not you, get out of here. Hopefully Jeffrey can fix their mistakes. Now, it might seem like Waynhild is doing a good thing by building a roof over Jeffrey's head, but consider that our preference to work on weapons of war before establishing the basic infrastructure we'd need to prevent sickness at the first opportunity we have to choose between the two really starts the annals of our history off on a worrying note. At least that's one step closer to being a modern civilization. Yay? If you look really closely, you'll notice our settlers even have something to say about the matter. Either way, that's one weapon down. We need two more, but even more than that, we need a good defensive position from which to use them. Our peninsula naturally has these two positions that we actually need to fortify. A few spikes on the ground level, and a tower from which to shoot, and we should be doing pretty good. It may not be the ideal defense, but it looks good. And honestly, wouldn't you be afraid to attack some place that prioritizes its defense's aesthetics over how well they function? I know I would be. Now we just do that to the other side. We'll get rid of these, and then there, and there. Now we just add some ground defenses. That's good enough to establish an initial perimeter. And now that that's done, we can focus inward. They say the calm mind is the way. Indeed, our society's tranquility makes it easy to grow. We finished researching agriculture, which means we can find out that that trader didn't actually just scam us. Now we can start growing seeds all around. Cabbages for food, flax to make clothes from, barley to eventually make into booze, beets, actually we can't grow the beets yet, we need a higher botany skill. I guess we did get a little bit scammed. We'll also add a few berry bushes just to increase our production. While those get going, we finish actually making the eastern defenses, and that's some good timing. A refugee has arrived. We could add her as a fourth colonist, but she's going to be followed by a raid in a few days. Still, that's an easy choice to make. Not even Bakuman can stop us from building them a bed and starting them a weapon before they're even healthy enough to use it. By the time mornings arrive the following day, the rest of our crops are planted. That means that it's time to start planting trees, so we hopefully won't have to go out quite as far for lumber in the future. All this time, we've also been making tons of progress in research, and that's furniture unlocked for us. This will let us build better beds, book places for bookcases, and that's actually all the wordplay you get for this episode. The impending violence just has me shaking in my boots. We'll research boots soon so that my colonists can actually understand what that's like. It's the day of the attack, and we're replacing some of our beds with better ones so that any injured colonists will have someplace comfortable to actually heal up. Oh, thank God, we finally fixed the floor. Now if our invaders win and take everything we have, they won't have any problems with OSHA. Actually, maybe they're just OSHA inspectors here about the floor. They aren't safety inspectors. Worse, they're actually really well armed and armored. At least compared to our complete lack of armor and basic wooden weaponry. Still, we've got both the high ground and the intimidation factor. It's also a 4-on-4, so I think we'll do fine. They disagree though, which means they've actually started their attack. They arrive slightly staggered, so it's not going to be too hard to shoot them, shoot and miss them, properly shoot them, stab them. The lone entrance has helped funnel them in, and archer fire has made sure they come in one by one. One does break past the initial entrance, but they're weak enough that our archers can finish taking them out, and from there, victory. The one remaining survivor tries to break off and run away, but that's fine. We'll just go ahead and kill them pretty easily. I said kill them pretty easily. Easily, I said, there we go. We've been gifted some pretty shoddy armor and weaponry we'll eventually break down once we have the technology, and some corpses we'll have to throw into a funeral pyre to warn off any other would-be attackers, we've got a solid foundation going. We have the basic infrastructure we need to grow, defenses that clearly work, and our scrolls have never been better.
We'll have to see if all this preparation is good enough to ward off future attacks in the next episode.